Look closely at this synthetic face. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't age, and it never breaks a contract. For carbon-based creators, this level of synthetic consistency is an immediate threat. These digital models simulate social proof instantaneously, deploying thousands of calculated comments and shares to manufacture trust at scale before a real person even scrolls past the post. Then you begin to encounter the parasocial glitch. You wake up on a Sunday morning to a personalized voice note from your favorite influencer. The tone is warm, referencing your specific past interactions. It feels private. Yet that exact emotional cue was broadcast to 3 million other users simultaneously. These developers capitalize on the simulation of intimacy, treating a one-sided emotional bond as a scalable, high-margin product. Every pause, comment, and stare provides the raw data for a global financial machine designed to convert psychological cues into recurring revenue. To understand how this engine actually functions, we have to look past the polished front-end feeds and step onto the industrial factory floor. This diagram illustrates the architecture of latent space. These models aren't pre-animated cartoons. They are dynamic neural networks. Their expressions, tones, and visual traits constantly shift in real time, optimized to satisfy the algorithms that reward predictable patterns of virality. This constant optimization requires intense, repetitive human labor. Beneath the artificial intelligence are thousands of prompt engineers, virtual workers manually typing, refining, and tuning outputs on an endless digital assembly line. The production lifecycle relies on global labor arbitrage. A Tokyo-styled aesthetic is drafted overnight by a worker in Manila, refined by a prompt technician in Lagos, and deployed with precise timing for the morning commute in Los Angeles. This system thrives on geographic asymmetry. Developers exploit global wage disparities to maintain a 24/7 production line for virtual assets that cost pennies to build locally but generate millions in high-demand markets. In this ecosystem, human identity acts as a fluid, untethered asset. This diagram shows how a single back-end data pool operates multiple personas simultaneously. The exact same foundational code acts as a fitness guru on one platform, an indie pop star on another, and a competitive gamer on a third. Back-end consortiums divide these personas into modular assets. They auction off the pop star's specific mannerisms to a fashion label, while leasing the gamer's aesthetic to a completely different corporate ad campaign. The extraction process accelerates through subscription serfdom. The AI locks its interactions behind paywalls, offering thousands of trivial microtransactions, a custom laugh, a flirtatious text, or a private voice note, sold to users for pennies. Behavioral algorithms identify exactly when you are most susceptible to these purchases. They track your scrolling habits and emotional state, triggering purchase prompts for these digital moments at peak psychological vulnerability. Individual transactions for 3 cents or a nickel appear trivial to the user. Yet when multiplied by millions, these micropayments aggregate into a continuous, invisible stream of wealth that remains active as long as the viewer stays engaged. The wealth generated by these digital ghosts follows a path toward isolated data centers and offshore jurisdictions. This flowchart tracks the jurisdictional shadow where these entities operate. A user in North America signs a license agreement hosted in Estonia, which is governed by a decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO, in the Cayman Islands, paying out to anonymous nodes. Because the AI model is trained on global public data and has no physical presence, no single entity holds clear copyright. The corporate structure operates in a space where no government fully enforces rules, and taxation slips through digital cracks. Legal frameworks built for physical borders lack the tools to oversee decentralized machines. Without a carbon-based owner or a fixed physical presence, standard rules for taxation and copyright simply fail to apply. Every pause on a synthetic smile, every like you drop, every comment you type, you provide the exact engagement metrics required to feed and optimize this untouchable network. The system relies on human attention to function. By engaging with these digital ghosts, viewers provide the capital and training data necessary to fund their own algorithmic manipulation.